Here's something that gets lost in most of the conversation about AI and leadership. The narrative focuses almost entirely on what AI does to leaders, what it replaces, what it threatens, what leaders need to adapt to. What gets missed is the direction of dependency. AI systems need human leaders, not as an optional add-on, as a fundamental requirement for producing value rather than producing harm. An AI system without human governance produces unexplained decisions. An AI system without human judgment produces optimization toward the wrong goal. An AI system without human accountability produces outcomes without owners. An AI system without human trust in the team navigating it produces adoption failure. The more capable AI becomes, the more consequential the human leadership layer becomes. Not because leaders direct AI at the task level, but because they define the governance, the values, the accountability, and the culture that determines whether AI produces what the organization actually needs. That's not a diminished role. That's a more important one. Let's look at the data on what leadership actually does for AI adoption and effectiveness, because it's more dramatic than most people realize. McKinsey's research found that employee positive sentiment toward AI rises from 15% to 55% with strong leadership support. That's a 40 percentage point difference, driven entirely by leadership behavior, not technology. Research on AI agent effectiveness found that individuals with strong people management skills get 75% more value from AI agents than those without. People management skills, not technical skills. Leadership capability is the multiplier on AI capability. And the Gallup research on AI in the workplace found that teams where leadership encourages AI experimentation save 55% more time per day than teams where they don't. The technology is the same. The leader is the variable. These numbers tell a consistent story. AI effectiveness in an organization is primarily a function of leadership quality. Not leadership knowledge of AI, leadership quality. The same things that make leaders effective with human teams make them effective with AI-enabled teams. Here are 4 specific ways that human leadership creates value that AI cannot create for itself. First, defining what success looks like. AI systems optimize toward the objective they're given. Defining the right objective in a way that captures what the organization actually values rather than what's easy to measure requires human judgment, organizational knowledge, and ethical reasoning. This isn't a task. It's the foundational leadership act in an AI-enabled environment. Get it right, and AI amplifies your organization's genuine priorities. Get it wrong, and AI amplifies your proxy metrics at the expense of your actual goals. Second, maintaining the trust infrastructure. AI systems don't build trust with your team. You do. The research is clear that teams whose leaders are visibly engaged with AI, honest about its limitations, and present in the human moments that matter are far more effective at using AI than teams whose leaders delegate the AI adoption to a vendor or a technology team. Trust is the invisible infrastructure that makes everything else work. It's irreducibly human. Third, navigating the boundaries. The governance decisions that determine what AI should and shouldn't do in your organization. Who's accountable for AI decisions? How AI outputs are used and verified. These are leadership decisions. They require authority, organizational knowledge, and judgment about competing values. AI can inform those decisions. It can't make them. The leader who makes them well creates a foundation for AI that compounds in value over time. Fourth, holding the human thread. In every AI-enabled organization, there are moments when the human thread needs to be held by a person who has authority and who cares. When a team member is struggling with the transition, when an AI output has damaged a customer relationship, when the ethical dimensions of an AI decision need to be confronted honestly. AI can help with many things. It can't hold the human thread. That's yours. The story about AI and leadership isn't a story about replacement. It's a story about dependency. AI systems are increasingly capable, and they increasingly depend on human leadership to define their direction, maintain their governance, build the trust that makes their adoption work, and hold the human dimensions of organizational life that no model can replicate. That dependency is the reason you're more important to your team in an AI-enabled world, not less. The question is whether you're building the leadership capability to match the responsibility.